The rain was falling heavily outside the giant glass windows of Daniel Carter's mansion. Thunder echoed in the sky while inside the house the atmosphere was even more tense. Daniel Carter was one of the most powerful billionaires in the city. People feared him, employees respected him, and no one dared to make a mistake around him. But tonight, something had gone terribly wrong. Daniel stood in the middle of the living room holding an empty ring box in his hand. His face was filled with anger. "This ring was right here," he said loudly. "It belonged to my mother." The entire house staff stood quietly in front of him. No one spoke. No one moved. The ring wasn't just expensive. It was the last memory Daniel had of his mother. And now it had disappeared. Daniel's assistant looked nervous. "Sir, maybe it was misplaced." Daniel slammed the box onto the table. "I never misplace things." He looked at every employee standing in the line. Then the assistant spoke again carefully. "Sir, the last person cleaning your office was the new maid." Daniel's eyes narrowed. "Which one?" The assistant pointed slightly toward the end of the line. A young woman stood there quietly. Her name was Maria. She had started working in the mansion only 2 weeks ago. Maria looked simple compared to the luxurious environment around her. Her clothes were clean but old. Her hands showed signs of years of hard work. Daniel slowly walked toward her. "You cleaned my office today." Maria nodded politely. "Yes, sir." Daniel crossed his arms. "And suddenly my mother's ring disappears." The staff began whispering among themselves. Some of them were already judging her. Maria looked down but didn't say anything. Daniel raised his voice. "Bring her bag." The security guard stepped forward. Maria calmly placed her small bag on the table. The bag looked old and worn out. Daniel watched carefully as the guard opened it. Inside were simple things. An old phone, a small wallet, a piece of bread wrapped in paper, and a folded envelope. The guard checked every pocket carefully. Then suddenly, his hand stopped. He slowly pulled something out. The room froze. It was the diamond ring. The same ring Daniel had been looking for. Gasps filled the room. Daniel's face turned red with anger. "So it was you." Maria's eyes widened. But instead of arguing, she simply said quietly, "I was going to return it." Daniel laughed coldly. "That's what every thief says." The employees watched silently. Maria tried to explain. "I found it under your desk while cleaning." But Daniel wasn't listening anymore. He felt betrayed, especially because the ring belonged to his mother. "To steal from me, in my own house," Daniel said angrily. He pointed toward the door. "You're fired. Leave immediately." Maria slowly picked up her bag. Her eyes looked sad, but strangely calm. She walked toward the door. But before leaving, she stopped, and turned back. "Sir, please check the envelope." Daniel frowned. "What envelope?" "The one inside my bag." Daniel looked confused, but curiosity made him grab the folded envelope. He opened it. Inside was an old photograph. The moment Daniel saw it, everything changed. His hands began shaking. The photograph showed a young woman, holding a baby in her arms. Daniel's voice became weak. This is my mother." The room became silent again. Daniel looked at Maria. "Where did you get this photo?" Maria's eyes slowly filled with tears. "That woman was my mother too." The entire room went completely silent. Daniel couldn't believe what he was hearing. Maria continued softly. "Before she died, she told me a secret. She said she had another child." Daniel's heart started beating faster. Maria took a deep breath. "She said she had a son, named Daniel." Daniel stepped back, slowly. This was impossible. Yet the photograph was real. Maria wiped her tears. "I never came here to steal anything. I came here because I wanted to find my brother." Daniel looked at the ring in his hand. Then at Maria. His mind was filled with memories. His mother had once mentioned something mysterious about her past. Something she never fully explained. Daniel's voice trembled. "Why didn't you tell me earlier?" Maria smiled sadly. "I was afraid. Who would believe a maid claiming to be a billionaire's sister?" Daniel looked at the photograph again. Then at Maria. For the first time in years. His cold expression softened. He walked slowly toward her. The employees watched silently. No one dared to speak. Daniel stopped in front of Maria. "You should have told me." Maria whispered softly. "I didn't want your money. I just wanted to know if I had family." Daniel looked at the ring again. Then something unexpected happened. He placed the ring gently in Maria's hand. This belonged to our mother. Then Daniel did something no one expected. He hugged her. The entire staff stood there in shock. Because the maid they thought was a thief was actually the billionaire's long-lost sister. And the ring that caused the accusation had just reunited a broken family. Outside, the rain slowly stopped, and for the first time in years, Daniel Carter didn't feel alone anymore.